All right, so I've been I've been planning to do this for a minute, and I'll just get straight down to the point. As you see in the post here, we're going to talk about LinkedIn. Last week, I was able to book 8 appointments, and this is consistently what I typically do. I'll book a lot of appointments on LinkedIn, and I know some of you are saying, Donald, well, you have that little, micro influencer effect where you have the podcasts and some of those things, and yes, that's true. However, when my team does it, they don't have that influencer effect, and they're still seeing that impact as well. They're booking appointments through LinkedIn. And I just want to share with you what has been working. And over the next several days, I'm going to break down some of these strategies. I'm going to give you some straight up insights that you can take and apply. And I'm sending this to all of you so you can find a benefit from it. If any of you are going to be at Outbound, it'll be cool to connect with you in person there as well, too. I'll be traveling over the next couple of days, but you're going to see these videos. But every day I'm going to send you something. You get one today, you'll get one tomorrow with some more tips and some just to give you insights in what I did in particular. And then it's a 3-step process. The first part is connect. Second part is share, and the third part is engage. And I'm going to give you all 3 of those. So then by the time you're done, you have the tools that you can do the same exact thing with. My goal, as you know, as someone who's in this community, I like to share stuff that's working for me to be able to help you. And I want to do more of that type of content. So here's the first piece. How did I book 8 appointments when I'm doing running the business? I am doing training sessions as well. I am going out and being on podcasts. I'm speaking at events. I'm working with clients. It comes down to a simple idea. I mean, I do a little bit of prospecting every single day. You got to make sure you keep feeding that funnel. So like say even if it's 2 hours per day that you're doing, maybe top in the morning and then later in the afternoon. And I do phone calls as well. You just got to budget the time. I have an executive assistant. She helps me to make sure my schedule stays on track. But when I do my prospecting, money just flows and things happen. So here's the first piece that I want to tell you what happened last week. A lot of these people weren't like, people that I didn't send, and it's no spamming. So I didn't just set up a campaign and just send a bunch of messages on LinkedIn and email to these folks. These are people that already have. Now think about it in your neck of the woods as well. You have a database of people that you already connect with on LinkedIn. You probably have like 200 people or 1,000 individuals that you're connected with. Think about that. Imagine a room of 1,000 people, right? So in that, how many of those people could be potential clients? The first issue that many of you have when it comes to, or many of us when it comes to sales professionals, is like we go around and we collect connections like it's freaking Pokemon cards. And I talk about this before. So we're getting a lot of people we're connecting to, but we're not doing anything with them. So the simple advice that I would tell you is that go into the people that you already have, filter, search, and see those individuals, and look at your ideal customer profile of those individuals that you have with them, that you have there. And then, because these are people that you probably have built relationships with, you probably have, poured value in. Maybe they were clients in previous companies, or maybe they're family members or friends that you know, or distant relatives or whatnot. But you have some people in your LinkedIn profile that could be money for your business, or could be add to your pipeline. Instead of you giving them a pitch right out the gate and saying, "Hey, Donald, why don't you buy our services?" What I've seen, this is a secret ninja trick that works over and over. You're going to hear me use this throughout these different videos modules that I'm dropping. The first one is permission to ask a question. Now, when you send this again to someone that you already have the connection with, somebody that's in your database, that's those several hundred people that you have, send them that connection request, send them that message as you can send it as a voice message feature on LinkedIn, or you could send it as a text message feature, just like, text it, write it out, or type it out, or whatnot. And then what's going to naturally happen? They're going to say, shoot, what's up? Tell me what's going down. And then now that's the opportunity for you to explain that what you're giving. You give them something of value or something of worth. So I might say something to the nature of, hey, Dave, I saw that you guys are hiring, and noticed that on LinkedIn here that you're hiring your team. I don't know if you guys already have a training modules in place, a training program in place for them, or some kind of enablement in your organization. Is that something that you would be open to learning more about? And they might respond to that, and that leads to the conversation. Like, yeah, we have something, and then you can go further into insights. Here's the reason why. Blah blah blah. Some data points that you might have. Again, these are people they're gonna give you the time of the day because you already connected with them hypothetically. And then you go into the conversation with them, noticing that, some of our clients, this is what they've seen, that, it takes on average 6 months for their sellers to ramp. We've been able to help their new sellers ramp within like 2 to 3 months. And I would love to share with you what we're doing with them if you're open to that. And if it's something you feel could benefit the organization. Again, there are already connections that you have, and naturally that will lead to it. Another strategy is to look at people who are engaging on your profile, or people who are engaging on your post, and you might reach out to those individuals and start a conversation. Now, might say something in the nature of, "Hey, Barbara, I saw that you engaged on my post about about HR solutions. I appreciate that." And naturally say, "Yeah, thank you. I loved it. It was a great insight. Out of curiosity, what stood out to you the most?" "Oh, this part stood out to me." Blah blah blah, and that leads to them asking. Leads to a conversation. You can pose a question to the nature of like, based on what you guys do internally, what HR solutions are you guys using right now? If you don't mind me asking. And then it might say, "We're using blah, blah, blah at this point." If I could share with you a couple ideas that can help you to improve that, would you be at least open to it? Again, these are people that are engaging on your content. We're not talking about new people at this point. People who are there already, you can utilize that strategy. That's what I did last week. People who looked at my profile, people who engaged on my posts, I started talking to them. So I might say, "Donald, may I post on, maybe it was a post around like, going to an event or speaking or whatnot. I see who is an ideal customer, who could fit for my in my business." And then I sent them a simple little message, start engaging with them. "Hey, how's it going?" And next thing you know, it led to them, just chatting back with them, forth with me. And then I might say, "I saw you interact on a post about, XYZ. Out of curiosity, how are you guys taking care of that right now internally? We're doing this and blah, blah, blah. If I could share with you a couple tips or ideas, would you be at least open to hearing that?" And, might send them a link to a podcast or send them some kind of value add. And then I will say, "Hey, better yet, if you're open to it, I can jump on a call with you for 5 to 7 minutes and I can share with you a little bit more ideas of how you can fix that problem." Now we jump on a call and I'm not doing anything deceptive. I'm really giving them the advice and helping them out. But in that call, what most, like 99% of the time happen, they'll ask about further training opportunities or ask about our program or ask about things that we're doing. And that usually leads to those opportunities development. You're welcome. It's not complicated. And I can go more in depth. Tomorrow I'm going to share with you another video. I'm going to go into this idea of the connect, how I connect with net new people. Then I'm going to share with you a concept about engage, how we can engage with them. Share content. And then I'm going to share with you another video on how to engage with these folks. If you're open to that, if this makes sense, go ahead and send a reply. And if let me know if you're willing to test them out or try what I've shared with you today. Or if there's certain questions you have, go ahead and reply to this email. And I'll make sure to try to answer some of those questions as well as we do some of these videos as I prep them for you. So I look forward to hearing from you. Appreciate you. Go out and do big things.